Well, we liked our game in Florida against Winnipeg. I thought we were a little bit behind the game that we want to play in Winnipeg, but good team. We'd given up 10 even strength shots through 2 periods in Winnipeg, so we liked that idea. But this will be a different game here. But same speed. Both teams are very, very quick and get up the ice. And they are quick strike teams. So if you make a mistake, if you bobble a puck, a pass is made and that's in the back of your net. So we have to be sharp there.
Any lineup or net changes tonight?
Spencer goes in goal tonight. Mackie Samuskevich comes back into the lineup for Yona.
With you guys have gotten off to a good start off a very short
Decent,
summer.
yeah.
Decent. Sam Reinhart's gotten up to a fantastic start. What has enabled him to get off to such a great start coming off a very short summer?
Well, he's just incredibly smart. So there are games where he's incredibly noticeable, and there's games, and I'll preface this, we did. Our last exhibition game was in Quebec City. We flew the next day, lost the next night, played 7 and 11, went up to New York for 3 games, and then went to Finland and came back. So we've had some games where we were underpowered, I thought. But he can play in those games because he's so smart. So you may not notice him as much in those nights, but you're not going to notice him because he makes a mistake, because that doesn't happen. And all he needs are 1 or 2 shots. And that's the piece to his game, I think, that he's developed, and the confidence that comes from having a year like he had last year. He's a shooter, and it's on and off his stick exactly where he wants it to go. So what he does so very well is he manages himself on the ice. I think he gets out there and says, I got it tonight. And the nights that he doesn't, he's still a really effective player for us.
Why does it work so well with him and Barkov?
That's a funny thing. So they tried it the year before I came in. They went 20 games. It didn't go. I got into training camp and go, those 2 guys should be playing together. We played them together for 20 games, and it didn't go. They were close. They had some chances. There was just nothing. And then you go through the year we went to the final, he played with Lundell and Lusterina, which was great for those 2 kids. There was a huge payoff for that. But you get back to training camp again and you go, this should work. There's no reason why these 2 guys can't be good together, and then he took off. Yeah. So maybe it was just timing, but they are perfect together. It's a really good thing for us. It also, though, I only move 2 or 3 guys around our entire lineup when things aren't going well. Those 2 guys play together. Bennett and Kachuk are brothers, and I've got Lusty and Lundy. Those 2 guys stick together. So when we've had injuries, we've had to make adjustments, but for the most part, there's just no reason to change them.
You recently coached your 2000th game, counting playoffs.
So I know somebody else said that to me.
Well, that's not the round number is not the point here, but it's a lot of games.
Because I would have blown through that a long time ago. Because I'm coming
head
up.
Coach, maybe just head coach.
I've never been an assistant coach.
Well,
it's 7 games. No, because I'm coming up to 2000 here fairly soon, and I'm into it.
Well, you're in the ballpark.
Yeah, I'm old. That was okay. Let's disagree with that.
5 months ago, you're coaching the biggest games of your life, and now you're talking about 7 and 11 in November.
Yeah.
And how do you fight the monotony of the NHL season? And do you ever feel that?
I wouldn't feel it any more than these players do, because sometimes we work really, really hard, and we've changed our program in terms of how we travel, all of it, to try to stay as fresh. And that's true for the coaches too. Mentally sharp, so you're not getting off the plane at 3 in the morning, but you still got to get your video started at 5. So we work hard at it, and these guys are so much fun to coach. The things that you would have spent a lot of energy at time on, I don't even think about anymore. I'm always trying to figure out how I can shorten practice because they go too hard. Stay out of the room because they have more fun when I'm not there. Ask the questions of leaders, and I get great answers. I get insightful things. They're in tune to the game. So, and I got a fun bunch of guys to work with. We have a lot of just enjoyment being around each other, and that's made it great.
Putting Bedard at wing on the line with Jason Dickinson and Joey Anderson seemed unconventional. What's your view on it?
Well, I haven't seen him play, but I would tell you that it would be highly normal for a young player to come in the league as a centerman and spend quite a bit of time on the wing. Completely normal. Anton Lundell did it. I don't know if Barkov ever did it, but the elite players, there's a lot to this game, and understanding the different positions is very, very important. There are certain teams that are size and heavy, and it makes sense to do that. When John Tavares played with Franz Nielsen for the longest time, he would take face-offs and start. He never worked low on his own end. Franz Nielsen always was the low man, which basically they would switch almost position coming back into their end. So it's normal. And yeah, I mean, I've done it to a whole bunch of guys, moved them out, young guys. Mark Scheifele played on the wing. All those young forwards played on the wing at some point early on.
What's your view of this Blackhawks team as a whole, considering how much
They're really fast, and they work hard, and they're quick strike. And I've got a good young player on our team named Aki Samoskevich, and he could fit into their lineup and be a really good player here. They're young. It's the time, and they work hard. Like, they battle and they skate and they work hard, and they're going to go through the inconsistencies of youth. That's all it is. You guys came to the rink for 20 years, won Stanley Cups, and beat the hell out of everybody, and you just assume that that's the way it should go every year. But they got good young players. They got a superstar. It's just a matter of time.